Moving on to our next segment, stand out.
Ugh, Kapow.
Over the week, making you wait. Our favorite panel or page. You picked one from my top two. What did you like?
Well, I just love this slaughter.
You love it.
I
You're a big
love it.
fan. You showed this to
Infernal
children.
Hulk #7, Philip Kennedy Johnson with art by Adam Gorham. A devastating page for Marrow's 20 fans. Um, No, I'm kidding. Marrow is a great character, fascinating character, starting out as Mutant Liberation Front, as a Morlock, interesting stuff. This is a brutal fucking scene where uh
Blur.
what's his name? Not
Snap.
Eternal.
Eldest.
Eldest snaps her spine,
Swap.
Marrow's spine, and then rips her in half. And Marrow is known for being pretty fucking resilient. She can rip her own bones out of her body, and then those wounds heal. She also famously has two hearts, because there's a story where Storm stabs her in a heart, and she's like, "Ah, fuck off! I have a second heart." And it's like, okay, not sure where that came
Why does
from.
that matter?
But I think even with a healing factor and two hearts, I think this might be the end of Marrow for a while, which,
Yeah.
it's not a surprising choice. She is like a popular character, but not a like top 15 to 20 popular character.
Yeah.
So there's people who are going to be like, oh shit, they just killed a fucking X-Men. And
Didn't see that coming for sure.
didn't see that coming, but it's also not like fucking Cyclops where you're like, okay, well, he's going to be back in an issue. It's a character where like
It's true.
she could stay dead for like potentially a decade until someone decides to bring her back.
They need to keep her
Um,
dead like Captain America, have a Bucky version of Marrow show up, do that for
exactly.
like 9 years, and then finally bring back Marrow when there's the Marrow Bucky, and then yeah, I think this is I
Or they
think
bring her
it's
back and she's like made out of bones and she like rips skin out of her bones. I don't know. Something stupid as hell.
that wouldn't be
Um,
helpful.
I just thought that it was brutal. I love a slurp in a comic when it has to
These
do with like,
aren't these the sounds when you make love?
yeah, exactly. Yeah, when I'm ripping my partner in half.
You know, it'd be
Uh,
cool if she comes back and she's like Darth Maul with the spider legs.
oh shit, that would be dope. Well, some people are saying that she's gonna be like a really cool zombie fighter for Eldest. That she like is
Oh,
gonna be back in the next issue because he's
that
like
could make
able to
sense.
raise monsters,
Hmm.
and her power is obviously like a horror-based power. Yeah,
Yeah.
just gross. Talk about a kapow. Thank God it wasn't Leech. If it was Leech, I would have started
Hmm.
crying.
Yeah, if you're listening, go to AIPTcomics.com to check out this art. My favorite panel or page came from Escape #7 by Daniel Acuna and Rick Remender. There was a couple pages like this one in a row that I really liked, where the captions are showing how fast our character is thinking while he fights this Nazi bat guy. Uh, and it's a fight that actually lasts 3 pages.
Hmm.
And Acuna's storytelling here is so great. Like every punch, every, thud of the gun, it feels really intense, and yet it's just two characters that don't have powers in a hand-to-hand combat. And it really is like a moment where you're worried that our hero could die. Obviously, he probably wouldn't, but uh the intensity of it, I think, is captured very well from these captions, like flash of white, fades, bad news, the detonator, idiot. Like it's so fast, 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 and it's probably how you would think if you were literally like in the throes of if you just mess up for a second, you could be down for the count and then shot dead. And I think that that is an element of like old war movies that is captured well. Like, I mean, we all remember the Saving Private Ryan scene where the guy is like gonna get stabbed and the guy is fighting with the knife and then the knife slowly goes into his heart. Like, it's those intense small moments, even in the span of a giant war, where you realize, this really these wars come down to tiny moments like this, which is really intense and quick.
Yeah, all very impressive to make a like two-person non-powered melee fight so engaging. Um, I also like how the sound effects are going past the borders and how the detonator flies between the edges of panel one and panel two.
Oh yeah.
That's just like cool detail work.
Yeah, there's a lot of little Acuna's amazing. And you
Hmm.
probably have seen his work in Marvel. He worked at almost exclusively Marvel for years, but cool to see him doing a creator owned as well.